the Goggins thing that you did, the 4-4-48.
Yeah, and
the baddest man alive.
Yeah, that's something I wanted to bring up too, but specifically how you ended it. And because you said something that was I thought it was incredible. You were like, I'm going to miss this, even though I forgot the exact terminology you used, but you were like not loving it in that moment. But you're like, as soon as this is over, I'm going to miss it. So can you, please go over the story and then especially that ending. And then also like, that whole thought process of like almost leaning into the pain. Yeah.
So I mean, if you don't know what, you should, everybody knows who David Goggins is. If you don't know, something wrong with you. It has this thing it does every year. You run 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours. And again, build, mental toughness. And you don't have to run, but you have to do some sort of like, the premises around that, do something hard or move every 4 hours for 48 hours. So again, I did a half in October. I haven't really been training. I'm like, I'm just going to pick up, running a little bit more. Like, in Midwest, it was cold. I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to do it. To my wife, I was like, you're going to do what? I'm like, run 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours and see how it goes. I'm like, cool. So, started. Why? Again, just to challenge myself, naive maybe. I'm like, okay, sleep, sure. Like, you can manage that. A couple of naps, here and there, that would be fine. So I started. It felt fine. The challenging part of that is literally, obviously it's not the run itself. Your body does this weird thing, right? It's like your body's awake, but your mind is like still like groggy and asleep. The first mile, it's a struggle. I'm talking about but then again, you get in the groove. You finish
the first mile of every 4 miles.
Every mile is just like your body's still kind of just asleep. Like, your mind might be like, okay, let's go. But it could be a mind thing first, but when your body's trying to catch up, or your body's like, catching up, your mind is like, it's just this balance you're trying to fight throughout the whole time. So overall, I was like, okay, I felt great. Going into it, again, you understand the assignment. Like, it's going to be tough. It's not like, oh my God, I didn't know it was going to be this hard. Of course, it's going to be challenging, right? And while I think I had 2 more iterations I had to do. The 4 hours was good. I went home. After a certain point in time, I'm like, man, fuck showering. I'm not even showering. So the 4 o'clock run into before the 4 o'clock, I did a 12 midnight run. I did not sleep because I found out when I tried to nap, it was just harder for me to get going. So I'd rather be up, period, and doing shit and not just have to like restart the whole body over again. So that was and it worked really well. Of course, it caught up to me like around 12 the next day. Took a nice little cat nap. Literally, I was playing with my daughter. I think I took a picture of me just like wiped out on the floor, like, sweaty pants and everything. I was just like, I'll be here if you need me. Yeah. So then the last, again, I think one of the excitement of like, oh, this is my last one, And I was just like, in that, again, that having that, awareness or conversation with yourself, like, okay, this shit is hard, like, but in a weird way, I'm loving it. I'm doing hard shit. It does something to you. If you ever done anything hard in your life, it does something to you that's very, very hard for you to explain unless somebody else go through that experience themselves. So was running. I was with my homie Max, who was helping me just record and just keep me company too. Because I was gonna put a video together, and I was just running. I was coming to the turn of 3.5. I'm like, I just felt this man, I'm gonna. This feeling of doing something hard. This feeling, I'm just and I was just grooving too. And it was hard to explain. Max was like, after about right, I'm like, I don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. Because again, I know back to the feeling of winning my first pro show, right? Or getting bodybuilding,
or splitting those pants,
or splitting those pants, or winning a pro show. It's like I don't do accomplishments well or celebrate them as much as I should. But the harder things, that's what I feel like that's the challenge. That's where maybe the meaning of life is really it's cool when you win stuff, celebrate, but the challenging stuff that you do, those are probably the most valuable thing that you ever do. So having that struggle, I know the amount of value that I'm getting from that. It's almost like I just want to keep going. I want to keep going. I don't want to lose it because again, I know when it's done, I'm feeling oh yeah, that's done. Cool. Okay, I'm moving on from it, and that's it. But I just want to live that suck a little longer. Like, you know, I want to bask in that. Like, I think I said bask in that fuckery a little longer. Like it's somebody that's ever done any endurance, like whatever, or something challenging. You probably can relate. Like, you just want to live in that. You want to, like, if I can bottle that stuff somewhere and just like stick a sip every now and then, I
sound like a junkie, man.
Dude, I'm like, I just want let me take a hit. Let me just take a little hit. I just want that, and I end up doing, I think, 6 miles instead of 4 miles because and as soon as the finish, man, like clockwork. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. That wasn't that hard. Like, then it's like, okay, what else can I do? Like, what's the next hard thing that I can find? It's a weird, again, hard for me to explain. It's one of those things, like, you know, it's, if you've gone through whatever that correlation to running or hard thing is, you can relate to that.
Is it basically like, is my math way off? Is it like 5 runs every day?
Pretty much. Yep.
Because it takes you a half hour or however long it takes you to do 4 miles or whatever.
Yep.
That's really an interesting thing.
Right?
6.
Because it takes you X amount of time to run.
Yeah, I pretty much, I give myself like an hour at least to finish the run and kind of time it. Okay, I run an hour. I have 2 hours or so to like recover, on a nap, whatever. Then go back and do that.
Power Project family, we talked to you about mouth tape before, and it's time to get better quality sleep, stop snoring, and wake up better rested. Andrew, how can they get their hands on some hostage tape?
You guys got to head over to hostagetape.com/powerproject. You'll receive free shipping plus a free, incredible, awesome bedside tin. Again, hostagetape.com/powerproject. Links to them down in the description, as well as podcast show notes.
Whoa, yes, Daddy.
Whoa.
Look at this. Magic.
I thought something was wrong with the audio, but you just have mouth tape on.
It's called being a ventriloquist.
There you go.
Do you have other challenges in your head where you're like that was really exciting, that was kind of cool, I want to find something similar?
Not necessarily a challenge, but again, whatever. No, I'm not gonna do any CrossFit or no hate on CrossFit. I love you guys. Don't come for me. So because I was not able to finish the marathon I was training for due to IT ban, so back to running now. I built in on that and kind of just looking forward to that. 26.2 in February. I'm trying to do the Austin Marathon in February, and possibly do an ultra also, like a 50 miler. Again, I'm just, I don't know. Call me crazy. I'm just, strength training is fun. I love it. I need it. But as the saying goes, what got you there won't keep you there. Like, what got me to fitness is strength training. I love that. I still love it. I still do it. But as far as like, dude, your body's capable of so much, so much. And I think once you realize that, once you get a taste of it, it's hard not to like push it. Like, what else can you do? Mm-hmm. Right? It's again, a lot of people, if you don't get what I'm saying, you need to find that thing. And again, it's just, and some psychological aspect of things, like, you just don't want to go through life wondering what could have, or did I really tap this body, like it's full of this, capabilities and potential, like did I really use it, like, to that. I'm coming to find that out too. And on the other personal level too, like my family and I almost a year ago actually got in a car wreck that it was deadly for the other person. I think we had a conversation about that last year, and that happened, and I'm like, we have this notion, especially younger dudes, like you think you have this time, like you have, man, I'm 21, like, a lot of, again, reels typically, I feel like I don't learn a lot of shit from reels, but every motivational reels I kind of just sting a little better. And I think one of the reels that I saw was like, leaving your house or waking up in the morning is an underrated blessing, right? Like literally the fact that you rolled out of bed. I know some guys, you like, well, that guy looks healthy, but hey, you just heard he passed away, like, last week. And I'm like, shit, like that guy, like there's no way. So the fact that you woke, he took care of his body, he was in shape, he just had like an aneurysm. And like, nobody saw that coming. But again, down to the accident that happened, that was like more reality. Yeah, I knew, like, I'm aware that, life's not guaranteed. But again, being that close, kind of bro, like, yeah. And that kind of just started that that little trajectory, like, okay, what else can I do, like, with this body? I want to be able to challenge myself. Yeah, lifting is cool. Like, I enjoy it, but, is that it? Like, constant prep? No, that's not me. I've done it so many times. I know exactly what to do. I can do that when my eyes closed. Like, it's not that challenging. It sucks, but I have familiarity with it.
For you, yeah.
Train running, like I said, I had a massive 18-mile grade high set following week, 20 miles. Barely finished. So I love the unknown. I love the challenge of myself. I love the figuring out, what this body is capable of doing. I think that's that space. That's a challenge that I am in right now. And I'm, loving pushing my body, loving finding out, new weaknesses, which I think has helped me also understand, navigate through injuries too. Like, again, I look in, it sucks because you can do, you want to jump through a freaking, you want to run fast or, lift stronger. But it's changed my mindset to look at injuries as just an opportunity to, hey, your body's telling there's a gap somewhere. You need to fix that. So, yes, it's okay to be, moping around for that's not going to help you. Like, what's going to help you is, okay, let's figure this shit out. And that should be a fun project on its own that you're trying to figure out. That's, it's all the mindset change. If you cannot change your outcome, change your perception, right? So, but no, navigating into like the running space or challenging myself that's what I am going for. That's what environment that you surround yourself in. Shout out to the BPM crew. When Nick Bear's doing, again, I'm not trying to compare myself to him, but like seeing people like him, seeing people like Adam Kling doing, things that are challenging. You're just not settling. Like it's very, motivating to see, to the point where, like, when I was down, I remember vividly watching Adam Kling because trying to do 100 miles. I only made it, I think, 82 or 85 miles, and he had a rhabdo. I was jealous of that. I was jealous of that feeling because he pushed. And he got to somebody.
I know what you.
He pushed himself so hard that he got hurt, and you can be in a really compromised position with that.
Exactly. So it's again. It found another limit. Like the year before, it ran that race with Nick Bear. It was pacer, and I think he had like altitude poison or something like that. That was 22 miles. So that was the limit at the time. He trained up for it. It got 82, 85 miles. So again, like that feeling of people doing something hard. It's almost like I want to do that, but not like in a jealous way, but like I want to push my body. Like what can you really do? So that's the space that I'm in right now. I'm navigating. I'm enjoying finding that, and I try to a lot of messages that I share a lot of times is like when you see somebody run, it's easy for you to it's a cop out. When I see you like running, like you must be doing it because ... whatever. Fill in the gap, whatever it is that makes you feel okay not doing that. I know, wow, Mark is running, it looks jacked. It must be, I don't know, whatever, special shoes or something, whatever it is. A guy looks, living the life that you want to live. That must be nice. And I hate that phrase. It must be nothing really good. A sentiment comes after that using the must be nice. Must be nice. It never, so take yourself out of that. And I like to tell people no. Let me be clear. Running, I hate running. I hate it so much. That's why I do it.
Yeah.
I don't, oh my God, I love running. I cannot wait. No. David Goggins put the best two in his book. Like, it still stares, at his shoes, like, for hours. Like, all right, motherfucker, like, let's do this shit, and let's figure it out. Like, it's hard, but you just figure it out. And you only figure it out by literally taking one step at a time. And just like, I'm not sure about you, like, your first mile of every run, does it feel like, okay, your body just trying to figure it out, and then you get into a groove, and okay, here we are. Takes
a while. I got to get your body warm and ready.
Yeah, it's just a metaphor.
And other days, there's no time.
Yep.
Other days, you just pop out of your car and like,
all right, figure it out. Why does it go?
Yeah, for some reason, I can just run today, and you don't know why. And you're like, how do I repeat that? And you can't even figure it out.
Yeah.
Some days you just feel amazing, and other days it might take you a half an hour sometimes to warm up.
It's you said the operative a phrase there, figuring it out. And that's the fun part. Just show up and figure it out.
Hey guys, if you like this clip, go ahead and comment down below and let us know what you liked about it. All right, share this with a friend. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, and also we are on Reddit and Discord. All that's down below. All our sponsors and everyone that supports us down below there too, so you can get whatever you like from us. All right, peace.